RViz visualization will be divided into two videos. This video will be focused on RViz configuration and point visualization in RViz, and the second part of this in the next video will be focused on how we can see the dynamic poses in RViz and how we can visualize marker and marker array to visualize different geometric shapes, that is primitive shapes, in RViz. Today we will understand about RViz, how we can customize RViz, what are the display types, tools, properties of RViz, and how we can use the RViz visualization power to visualize different points, different geometric shapes, path, etc., and how we can use that in our robotic projects to implement and to understand or to explain things more easily to other people as well. And this video will have two parts. The first part will be focused on the RViz explanation of the RViz terms, tools, and display types, and the second part will be on the visualization of the different parts using a package and using the different message types, and we will visualize the data over here. And let's begin the first part of it, where go to your terminal and type RViz2, and this should show you the interface of RViz as such, which has four different sections. So one is the display type over here, which is the most important part of RViz, and the second is the view. Over here you can see the different views, and the third is the time over here, which will show you the current time, which is really important, and the fourth is the toolbar over here we have, which we can use it for the projects. And let's begin with the view over here. So to have the orbit view different views, you can obtain from here to orbit view and click on 0. This is the orbit view that you have, and then you can play with it. If you scroll up and down, then you can zoom in and out. If you right click, and then you can also zoom in and out if you move the mouse. And if you do the left click, then you can rotate, and then you can move up and down. And if you press the rolling button of the mouse, then you can move the focal point, and at that point you can focus on. So that's how you can use this in your robotic projects. If you have robot, then you can move this easily using this, and you can use a third party, you can use the top down, and this view has the different properties over here, and you can also change the properties with the target frame that you want, the distance at the moment, and as you change, you will see how the values over there are changing over here. So this is the view section, and the second section is the time. Over here you have you can see the ROS time over here currently from the start, and now here this is the start time. So it's been like 88 seconds since we have started RViz over here, and you have other details as well, and you can reset this time. Now this will be reset to 0, and that's how you like travel back in time. And the third is over here, the interact, and the move camera is used just for moving, which you can do with the interact as well. The select will give you an option to select the objects when you have the objects. At the moment we don't have, so we cannot do anything. And the measure will give when you have like multiple objects, then you can click on one object and the other object, and you can get the distance between these two objects and the difference as well. And the 2D goal pose is used to give the goal point when you're working with the mobile robots, to give the goal point, and you can directly give from RViz, so that will make your lab really easy to work with it when you're working with the mobile robots or other configurations of the robots. And now let's move to the most important part, that is display types over here. You can see we have the first global option that will say the which frame, along which frame we are seeing everything over here. And if you have the robot, then you will have many frames, and if you click on the robot, then based on the robot you will see all the objects moving and the robot is not moving, and so on. So the fixed frame, and over here you can customize the color of the background color over here. So that is really important, so you should select the one that you like, so that you can be more interactive and involved with the projects you are working with. I will go with this one for now. And the frame rate you can set at which it should refresh. And here you will see the global status of it. Since now we don't have any DF data, so it is showing like this, and once you have that, it should show okay over here. And these are actually the display types over here, the global status and the grid, and there are many display types. So let's go for the grid, and this display type has these properties over here. Let's go over here. So this is the frame ID we have, and these are the cell size, or you can change it to customize it, and it is showing lines now. If we go for billboard, and then it will show a billboard like this. So you can customize a lot of things over here, and every display type will have its properties. So let's go with the color over here. Let me choose black. So now you have the black grid over here. Okay, and then this alpha is use for transparency. One is like more dark over here, and if I go with 0.1, then you have less dark. So that's how. And then you can, if you click here, then you can hide them as well. Let's hide this one, and now you can give it 0.5 for now. And that's how everything has every display type has its own properties. And if you want to see how many display types, then go to add over here. Then by display type you will see all the display types that we have. So let's go with the TF over here, add this, but now you don't see anything because you don't have any transformations. Let's go with the axis over here. Since the RViz are always visualized with the map frame, so it will has the axis. So let's go with the axis, and you will have the camera. For when you are working with the camera, then you should have the display type as a camera, and you should give a unique name. I mean, if you have multiple cameras. And similarly, you can use a robot model when you have the robot, or you can use for different shapes. You should use the polygon display type. For odometry, this, and for map, you grid map, laser scans. When you are working with laser scan, you should go for this. So for now, let's go with axis, and okay. Now we have the axis over here. This is the axis, and the name of it is referring to this fixed frame, that is map over here. And this axis also has like many configurations. Let's go with the length. If I change it to 10, then you can see the length of the axis is more, and then you can change it to 1. So that's how you can play with the properties that you have with every. So based on the project you are working on, you can customize the RViz, and you can use the display types and all. And if you have the topics and you are the topics on which you're doing that, then instead of going to display type, you can just go on topic, and based on your topic you can easily select the topic, and you can click OK, and you can give the name as well of the topic. So that will make your life really easy. When you have the specific topics, you don't have to bother anything about it. So that's how you can customize RViz. And now if I close it, then I will lose all the configurations. So for that, to save all the configurations, you should go into the file and save as. So when you'll be working on the project, you will have a package in the config folder. You should save this, and then you can launch the configured RViz file using the launch files over here. So that's how you can customize RViz. And this completes the first part of understanding the basics and the configurations of RViz. And in the second part, now we will discuss about how we can use the power of RViz visualization to use it in our projects and to visualize the different shapes, point, paths, lines, and etc. So let's go towards that. Let us begin with making a package, and this so that we can use RViz configuration file in our package using the launch files, and then we will make different nodes so for visualization of different structures. So now this is the command line which is used to make a package. Let's make a package that is visualization package. Now we have the package. Let us go in the package over here. Let us open the package using VS Code so that we can see all the details. Now we have VS Code. This is our package visualization, and in this we have everything. So let's directly head towards over here and then type RViz2 so as to save the configuration file of RViz. Now we have this. Let us customize a bit so that we know that we have the configuration file over here. And in the grid, let's choose it to be black. Okay, and then let's make it 1. And you can also let's add the axis. Now we have the axis over here. So this is X and this is Y. So let us save it as such. So this is X, this is Y we have. And go into file, go save as. Go to your package. There is RC visualization package. Let us create a file over here. Create a new folder that is config. In that we will keep all of our RViz files over here. Give the name visualization.rviz. So this is the configuration file which we will put in the launch file over here. Now we have the file saved over there. Now we can close this and we can put that into our launch file. As you can see, we have the config and we have the visualization.rviz file. So we will use this configuration file. We don't have to do anything over here. We will use this configuration file into our launch file. So for launch file, I have one more package just to copy the redundant commands over here. In setup, we need this, and you should type all of this into your package. Just to save time, I have the copies over here. To include the launch file, we need this description, this line of command to be added in the launch file, and let us create a folder over here that is launch, which will have our launch file. Let's create a launch file that is visualization.launch.py, and this will be the launch file we will be using over here. I have a template of the launch file over here, and we'll be using the same over here. And this path is you can see this is a node over here, and the package is from RViz2 executable subs RViz, and over here we will give the configuration file of our RViz. So open over here, go to the config, select the file, right click, copy path, and that the path we will give over here so that our package can find the configuration file. So once you have the configuration file over here, now the screen will give you the details that the RViz has started and so on. So we have configured the launch file. We have the setup over here. Let us now run our launch file by building the package first. So now go to your workspace so that you can build it. Now perform call build. This will be the package. Now source it to have the updated things, and now we will launch the file to see whether we have saved the configuration files or not. In this we have visualization package. In that we have the launch file, that is visualization.launch.py. We do that. Now we have the RViz, so now the launch file can have the file of our RViz configuration, and we can use that. Let's create a new node for which we will utilize for visualization of the data. For visualization, let us go to Chrome and then type RViz. So to get the details over here, go to RViz. This is from ROS1, but all the thing that we have to use is the ROS messages over here. Now in RViz, you have to go to built-in display types. This is what we need. So here we have built in all the display types. You can go and search all of the options. For now, we will be going through the point, how we can visualize point, how we can visualize pose, and you can go for pose array. I cannot explain all, but I will give you the procedure how we can do that so that you can mimic for everything. And we will use, we will also see an example for marker. You can see for path, we will go through the point, pose, and the odometry. So this thing, and you can go for other things. So these are most, and as you can see the marker over here, you can see the description for all. For markers is used for shapes, and the point is used for visualizing the point, and this for drawing a pose, and so on. We can do it. So the only thing that we have to know from here is that if we want to visualize a point, we have to see the message type over here, the geometric message type. And then on this message, we will be sending all the information, and the RViz will subscribe to this message, and it will show us the results. So now to know what is the information held within this geometric message, let us go to the terminal, and to see the information of any message type, you have to do ROS2 interface. So interface is for message, and then if you double tap, then you will see the options of the interface. We have these options. We need to see the message type. Now for this, ensure we need a geometric message. Let us go for the point first. So for point, we have the point stamp over here. So point stamp. When you see this, this is the information we have. So what this is showing over here is it has a header which has a stamp which we have to give, and you can ignore this thing for now. And we have to give a frame ID with reference to which we will visualize the point. If I give along x1, along y1, then it will be with respect to the frame ID. So if I give that to frame ID, the world frame, then with respect to world frame, we will visualize the data. And now to visualize, this is a point vector which has x, y, and z position. If we give like x1, y1, then with respect to this frame, we will have the point along x1 and y1. Similarly, So like this you can search all of the message types. So let us create a node that will publish a point with reference to a map frame at x1 and y2 over here. So for this I also have a node which I have to save your time over here. This is the node I will explain you now. So now let us create, I can directly copy this file over here, and over here in the configuration package we'll paste the file. So this is the publish point to publish the point. So what this node has over here is that we will use the RCLP node to have the node, initialize the node, and now we need the message type over here. And over here we know that for point we need a message type that is geometric messages, and in that point stamped. So from geometric messages dot messages we take the point stamped over here, this message on which we will publish. And then over here we have the main function. From here we will go to the main function, we will initialize the node, we will have this node, we will spin the node, and once we press Ctrl C it will destroy the node. So when we go for this node, it will take the node as a classifier over here. So this is the name of the node. This is the publisher we have. So to create a publisher we have like create publisher, and this is the message type which is point stamped, and this is the topic name. So this is important because we will use this topic to visualize in RViz. When we subscribe to this topic in RViz, it will subscribe to this and then it will show you the message. And now we will publish, we will call this callback over here at every 1 second. At every 1 second we will call this function, so which will publish the message. Now we have to publish the message that is point stamped over here. Point stamp. Now let us see the details we have over here. So this is the detail of geometric message, point stamp. And then we can see over here, so this is the message type, and in that under header we have stamp. So message dot header dot stamp, we have this, it will give you the current time over here. And now under header we also have the frame ID over here. So message dot header dot frame ID, which is map. Now because RViz has the built-in map frame, so we will use the map frame now. And now we have to give the point over here xy, how far we need from this position. And if you have a robot and these values are continuously changing, then you can replace over here with that variable, and the point will be continuously updated, and you can see the point moving over there. And for now we have like fixed values so that it will not change over here, and we are giving along x it is 1, along y it is 2 units. And then with this publisher which has the point topic and the point stamp as a message type, we will publish over that the message. That's all. So you just have to take the message type over here and you have to fill the message, and then you have to publish. That's all to visualize. For this applies to all of the messages that we will be seeing now. We will be seeing. So we just have to take the message type, you have to fill all of the details over here based on the requirement, and then you just publish that message to visualize in RViz. Now let us see, we have this node over here. Let us add the entry point for this node, which again I will copy from over here. This is the node we have, publish point from the package, that is visualization package, publish node, and it will call the main function over here. So let us build it, and now source workspace, and now let us run the launch file first to have the RViz, and then we will see how we can run this node to visualize the point in RViz. So for that, this is the launch file. Once we have the launch file, still we don't see the point over here because we did not run the node over here. Now to run the node, ROS2 run from visualization package, the node is publish point. When we do this, it will publish the point on the message type over here. When I enter, now it is continuously publishing the point. So as to visualize that point in RViz, we have to go to add, as I explained earlier. Either I can go for display type and I can go for point over here, or else if you want to avoid this thing, then go to by topic, and here you can see we have our topic name, that is point topic, and click on this point stamp, and we can give any name over here. For now I'm not giving any name since I have only one point, and I click OK. Now this point is added over here. You can see we have a point over here. So that's how we can visualize a point, and now we will see how we can visualize line and other things using over here. Now in order to save this thing again over here, just go to file and save as. So it will save into the same config file that we have already generated over here. So let us close this. If you like the content of the video, do like and subscribe the channel and share the videos with the ROS community. See you. Bye bye.